Streamlabs said, Rogue Healer Rogue Arrow.
Alrighty, I guess I'll go ahead and start flapping my app. I guess I don't know what else to really say on that one. Lighting is not something I'm very good at because I thought it was too dark and now I'm thinking I've got too much light. I have no idea. So. Anyway, welcome to the stream today. I am going to turn this down just a bit more. And I will turn down my headset just a smidgen. Hopefully everyone is doing well today. It is Tuesday. We are already in the third Tuesday of August. I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know why. I really don't care that much. Is it the third? Yeah, it is. As I said that, I'm like, no, that can't be right because it's only the 16th, but it is because of the way the month started. I am your intrepid leader in entertainment today, Rogue, and I use those terms very, 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 very loosely. Anyway, it is Tuesday, so we are going back to the Dot Hack series GU, doing Volume 2, A Reminisce, and so today we will be looking into more of what is going on with the Holy Palace Emperor Sirius. As you may remember, former Demon Palace Emperor Alkaid is concerned about his behavior. She also commented on some strange behavior of another former Demon Palace Emperor, not Haseo because he had to relinquish his title, but Endrance was behaving strangely as well. So there's lots of things going on. Sirius, we know, is somehow tied to AIDA based on what Yada and Pi has been able to communicate with us. So we just got to figure out what exactly is going on. And then if you remember yesterday when we were working with if you remember last time when we were working with getting this stuff done, we also saw second unit leader, MoonTree's second unit leader, the boss of Adelaide, essentially, speaking with a rather familiar figure for those of us who have started from the first game. You know, Dot Hack GU. I want to say it's Redemption, but it's not. I don't think it is. Rebirth. That's it. Redemption is the next one. Anyway, for those of you who remember, and those of you who don't, you know, this is not a spoiler. We'll be finding out very shortly as we're getting ready to do this match. But anyway, Sakai is working with the notorious PK Bordeaux, who seems to have undergone some kind of strange change that they don't want to show us. But we're starting to wonder now, is Sakai really a bad guy? Or what's going on with this that he's working with her? Somebody he supposedly completely abhors because he doesn't even like Haseo, who was a PKK. Basically the answer to a PK, although in Sakaki's eyes the same thing as a PK. So we know Sirius is being influenced by AIDA, but is AIDA's influence spreading from being on the AIDA server? And for those of you who don't remember, at the end of Rebirth, we came back and Adelaide was not able to log out. She couldn't speak, and everybody realized that they were no longer consciously in the real world. They were inside the game due to AIDA and AIDA's stealing of Adelaide's epitaph, who, to this point, she didn't know she was an epitaph user. But that's all, you know, recap for what's going on. So with that, let's go ahead and just kind of get into the situation, and we'll get this loaded up and get started to figuring out what's going on. And as usual, for those of you wondering, there will not be any background music due to persistent copyright issues with a company from, I believe it's China, might be Japan, over small segments of the thing. And while I'm not in yet a position where I can monetize my, you know, adventures yet, I'm trying out things to see how I can get around potential issues. So, alrighty, so I'm guessing we just did, let's see here. Did we do this? We just did this place. Now, I have a bunch of dungeons that that need to be plowed through. I should really do this off stream, and I kind of sort of been meaning to, but I haven't, obviously. Sort. Oh, okay. I didn't even know the sort function was there. But anyway, I'll get through those later. Basically, they're not story dungeons. They're nothing important. They'll be to level up essentially and get some pieces of gear, odds and ends that I could use to maybe better my characters. For those of you who don't know, I have finished the series already. I played through independently, and I will be using a different play file to carry over the data. So. But anyway, let's get into this and figure out what it is in our emails that we need to look at. Oh, Totally adventure. The adventure with Arcade. Today was a great adventure, even though it wasn't originally what we were going to. Even if it wasn't what we originally set out to do. Arcade is really direct and straightforward, isn't she? I think it's great, Adelie. Coon's email saying, "I beg you." More and more people are falling into comas, and now there's even a whole new type of AIDA. This is just a guess on my part, but I think she might be evolving. So here's what I propose. I'd like you to come with me to investigate an area. I know I'm in no position to ask for favors, but if I went by myself, AIDA would multiply faster than I could take them out. Please help me, Aseo. Theta, secret minds surpassed. These are the area words. I know it's a selfish request, but I hope you'll accept it. I'll leave the third member up to you. Alright, so I guess Coon has not just been sulking because he's not happy with the idea of pulling the game offline to try to deal with this. He's actually been doing work. I've got lotion on my glasses. Well, since we're going after AIDA, can't bring pie. Let's take Arcade. And we'll grab Coon. Don't you just love that? A sale, huh? Alright, I'll come. Yeah, you're the one that asked me for help, buddy. Let's check and make sure I have enough healing items. I do. Do I have... I'm sure his gear is crap. Let's look. 41, 42, 40. Do I have anything I can give him? That's the... Okay, I do. I have... Well, I ain't giving him that one, obviously. I'll give him that. But the hardest part is making sure to try to keep everybody geared properly. This is also part of the reason why I will be using the other game save data. Because I've got stuff set up there that I don't have to worry about it for a while. I'll just give him those two. I ought to customize the armor. That's the word. I would customize the drop bead with something better, but there are problematic aerials coming up, so I'm not going to do that. Well, they're not problematic, but they're a pain in the butt. Because right now, the easiest way to get them down is with someone like Coon, who has range weaponry. Or magic, so. Alrighty, so we're going to Theta, Secret Minds Surpassed. And as you can see, it's a level 62 area. Haseo is level 72, so this is going to be pretty much face roll. Oh, 73, I'm sorry, 73. So pretty much going to be face rolling through this place, which is, a nice, whatever you'd like to call it. Okay, where are my fairy orbs? Alrighty, let's go. The thing that kind of gets me about this whole game, because like I said, I've played from start to finish, is that there's a portion of this that you think that those who are not epitaph users, they can't see anything, obviously, but you think they would notice something in the behavior or the conduct of, the Sao Pi entrants. Like, you think they would actually be able to sense or see something. Alkaid knew something was going funny when entrants used Maha against him, or her. So she could kind of sense something was up, but she still had no clue. Meanwhile, everybody else, because they were just watching from afar, nobody noticed anything. Nobody noticed that it was, whatever. But of course, according to the story, everything when they do this with the avatars is instantaneous, even if it is, several minutes of their, reality's time. So, I don't know. It's one of those things, I try not to think about it too much, because there are some holes that I quite don't understand, but given the concept that this builds, I don't know a whole ton involving the fact that, you can take the consciousness, the psychology, or whatever you want to call it, of the brain and put it somewhere else, separating it from the body, and then the body, becomes an empty thing. So, I don't know. Do I think that's possible? As I think I've mentioned on stream once or twice before, they're saying it's possible that my generation, millennials, might be the first generation to be able to escape death by having our consciousnesses uploaded into the internet. I personally don't believe that. I don't. It's one of those things. Is it possible to maybe do like the VR where it's immersive, kind of like if those of you who watch Futurama, if you remember the episode where they go in line, as I say, something like that would be neat. Honestly, I think. But for the consciousness to actually be put into the internet, I honestly don't see how that's possible. But, as it stands, I will be the first to say I'm not a psychologist, I am not a neuroscientist, I'm not anything that really completely understands the operations of the human brain. I just am somebody that, as bad as it sounds, I'm pretty good at noticing and, calculating human behavior. So, yes, give it up, good lord. I think I know how I can get that sorted a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Spin Indigos, which not even Alkaid could use those now, honestly, so. Having your own bike, which is a perk of the guild leaders, won't do you any good because you can't ride it in here, Alkaid. Dumb butt. So. And for those of you who are usually around for the Friday stream, if there happens to be anybody, you will see a notable difference when I stream on Friday for Final Fantasy II, as I have been doing a lot of grinding. And I mean a lot of grinding. I will show you stats and everything else that I've managed to accomplish, which is what I've actually been doing. And now I just realized what I'm going to be doing with this game. I'm not going to bother doing the extra dungeons. But anyway, you'll see a lot of differences in that. And yeah, it wasn't wasn't anything different. Wasn't anything different it wasn't anything difficult, and really nothing major missed except for some minor changes in animation and that. But as I said, they're minor. So, I'm also contemplating some, additional streams this week, since I am still off from work. I know I keep saying that, and I keep trying to, or wanting to do it. The only thing I can be perfectly honest with you guys with is I struggle with depression and what they call executive dysfunction, exacerbated by my ADHD. And so I have no problem making grand ideas, grand plans, and everything else, but between that and my bipolar type 2, yeah, I just have some days where I get my backside handed to me, and I don't know what else to say. I mean, I do apologize, and there is a part of me that does feel bad I'm not getting more done for those of you who want it, or those of you who enjoy at least, watching me do stuff like this. But I'm just don't know what else to say. So, that being said, let's go ahead and bring things back up a little bit, and we will go ahead and press forward and figure out what the crap AIDA's doing. Because it's here somewhere. I will have to go check my YouTube channel here after I'm done today at some point, like not right afterwards, but I'll have to go check it at some point today. And would you guys get out of the way? I'll have to check it out at some point today and see how my other streams have gone, because that's something else I'm bad at. I don't always check my live stream information afterwards, and since that's all I have up there at the moment, yeah. Anyway, I hate, for those of you who haven't played the original 4, trap boxes existed in those games too, but you had special items that would disarm the traps before you would open them. I don't think those items ever made it here, because unless it's part of the additional dungeon at the end of the series, the Forest of Pain, I've never seen them. I know the Forest of Pain does give some interesting items, because I finished the first 50 floors, because it's a 100-floor dungeon. And you have to complete it in order to get one of the characters that you can have as a party member. But anyway, it has some interesting items. It has the Fairy Queen's Orb, which is a permanent reusable item. Basically, it does what the Fairy's Orb does, but you don't use it up. There's also an item that I can't remember what it's called, but basically it heals all allies for 350, and it's a permanent object. So you can just sit there and mash that button and recover HP. Although by the time you get to level 150 and get into that dungeon, at least where I've been, you don't really need that at that moment, because you're already face rolling and struggling to do the chain requirements, because you're so flippin' overpowered. Most of the monsters die in 2 hits. So, but again, that's all stuff that I'm not going to be streaming, because it's just, I don't know if there'd be any interest in that, since it's not related to the story. And a lot of people, or at least a lot of people oh, for pity's sake, or most people that I talk to say they're enjoying the story, they like the story of the game, they like the game themselves, which I would imagine would be an experience that they, prefer to have themselves. Like me sitting here playing the game, they'd rather do that. So, yeah. All that stuff aside, I just, but as usual, I am open to suggestions, options, whatever. Give them to me via a direct message here on Twitch or here on YouTube, depending on what you're watching me on. DM them to me if you have my personal contact. You can email it to me, message it to me on Facebook, or if whatever platform you can contact me on, and I will look into trying to make it a reality. So. I smell toast burning, which means I believe my husband is having his sandwich. For those of you who might be concerned, no, it is not a stroke. I mean, it could be, but I seem to be feeling just fine. So, my husband likes his bagels for his breakfast sandwich very well toasted. And so the restaurants don't properly toast them for him like he likes. When I used to work at one and bring them home, I would literally let the thing get set on fire and bring it home, only to find out that was too well done for him. But he likes it done, and unfortunately, it does tend to burn the edges of the bagel. So, like, the inside is dark, but the rim of the bagel, like, where the actual crust is all black. So that's how he likes them. So, speaking of food, though, I finally got to my denture fitting. For those of you who didn't know, I missed my denture fitting last week. I had it on the wrong day. It was the right time, but the wrong day. And so I got in yesterday to get it fitted. Didn't fit quite right, but they're making the adjustments, and in about a week or two, I'll have them to be picked up from my dentist. He'll do my final fitting, and has to add some stuff so that way they'll sit properly, because apparently my premolars go out a bit too much. So he has to have my dentist put composite, the stuff that they used to fill cavities with, the stuff that they fill cavities with, to do what they call a composite button. Well, it's not actually called a composite button. I can't remember what they actually call it, because he told me that's what, a composite undercut. Undercut used to be a thing they would do where they would actually cut the tooth to give it a little bit of a ledge, because of the way it's situated and blah blah blah. But anyway, so I'm almost ready to get my dentures, which will be fun. I didn't even realize that I probably have to get the denture cleaner yet. And so I was talking to him, and he was like, the biggest thing for that is for denture stains, because they're acrylic, which, yeah, I don't know why I thought they were something different. I think maybe at one time they used to be, I want to say they used to be porcelain, but I'm not sure if that's right. But anyway, so I will be getting those here soon, and I gotta do whatever, but they're going to be easy enough to put in and out. I did ask him, I'm supposed to take them out when I'm sleeping. He said yes, because otherwise it's like a fish hook if it comes loose. And I'm like, okay. So basically what I'm going to wind up more than likely doing is, when I am home, I will probably not have them in, because as you can tell, it doesn't really affect my speaking that much, because it's just my molars that are missing. So I probably won't have them in unless I'm eating. But I will be happy to show them off on stream, just because, I don't know. I was thinking about when I was little, I never wanted to have dentures. Like, I always thought that was just so, I had some kind of weird aversion to it. And now that I have them, I'm not necessarily happy with myself, you know what I mean? That I allowed myself to, have them be broken and whatever else, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, you know, I took care of them as well as I thought I was taking care of them well, but obviously not enough. So it's just one of those things like, oh, well, it happens, I guess. Would I rather have all of my own teeth? Yeah, of course. Just so that way I don't have to worry about having them replaced and being without them while they're getting whatevered. But that being said, it has been an interesting experience. Also, because I have, if you see some of my pictures, or if you've noticed when I'm on camera, I smile, and so I have all of my, own front teeth down here. So it's also a very interesting set to compare to what I saw growing up, because my grandmother, she had full plates. This is only a partial, so. But anyhow, all that, I'll quit yammering about that, because people probably don't care, which, yes, I know, but, it's my stream. As much as I like the idea of doing things to entertain you guys and everything else, it's my stream. I have a life, and, I'll yammer about it if I want to. How's that sound? Anyhow. Hopefully the weather's getting better where you are. We had a really, when I say a really nice day, I'm like it's like a strangely nice day yesterday. We had a very, very nice day. The weather, the house cooled down quite nicely. I have no idea why. Because our house, usually it takes days, and no bones damage, but that's fine. Usually it takes days once the heat gets into the house for it to cool down. But it cooled down yesterday. The house got down to like 25 degrees. Meanwhile, it was 28, 29 out for the high. Excuse me. So, yeah. There we go. Today, I'm not too bad. I know it is a little hot over here. But I also do have a PC that throws out a ton of heat because, I did that. I made it that it was a super high processing and everything else, and so as a natural result, the poor thing throws out a lot of heat, which I should probably get around to turning it off some night, and then coming down, turning it on, and making my coffee, blah blah blah, and that so that way I don't burn it out before it's due to be upgraded, because I've had it for a year now. Still performs just fine with the occasional blip due to running too much stuff on it, which is my own fault. But yeah. So, okay, so we go over here. I mean, this is the end of the dungeon, basically, so. I can't remember which way we go for getting out of here, but I'll figure that out. That's the auto guard. I actually do like the auto guard feature. It has saved my backside in some of the later dungeons, so. Do I have no, I don't think I have auto guard or anything now. I think it's just been on this playthrough that I've been using the auto guard. Anyway, oh, there it is. I always think it was kind of weird how everything just goes to Haseo. Nobody else, they never came up with the concept or the idea to let us have someone else, to use Tarvos or Magus or any of the others. So. I can't remember. I think this is the first time we see Skaith after the job extension. I think. I'll know here once we get into the actual Avatar battle. Yep, this is Skaith's second form. Thanks to your job extend, Skaith's epitaph has powered up and evolved into its second form. Skaith's second form possesses the following abilities: break up an opponent's normal shots with A/Chakram sends out a discus-shaped beam on the fourth A/combo to hit to attack an opponent. It also increases the number of shots I can fire too. Well, he obviously didn't get the chance to send out those things that it was supposed to be sending out. Oh. As you can see, much, much more powerful. I honestly am not sure how much I like this form of Skaith because of the little feet things, but... Really? Griefing me like that? Data Seed C. So I'll basically just go through, finish the dungeon, grab the item, and go. I should hope not. I mean, I could have used the return wing and got myself back to a previous one and gotten out of here that much faster, but I was already here. Second word, eternal. I swear, Coon. One important email. Oh, I got two. Oh, this part's coming up. Okay. Thanks for helping me out, Haseo. You really saved my behind. So, about what happened at Raven recently, I don't think that just shutting down the server would solve anything either. And I don't know what... Yeah, I know that part of what Yada says is true, but I still don't think that's any reason for us to not do everything we can. I've been thinking about things since you saved me, and I'm wondering if I should go back to GU. But I don't think I can. I don't think I can with things as they are now. I'm going to try to do what I can, the best I can. I hope you'll do the same. Well, later. I got a message from a player that says they can tell me what happened to Sirius. I'm going to check it out right away. You'll come along too, right? Here are the area words where we're going to meet. Theta, Hidden Forbidden Battlefield, the Coltbare Battlefield. See you there. I know it's coming out, and you just... think she'd be freaking out just a bit more. But I don't know. Maybe that's me. Poor Hoseo, again. Granted, he's not close to Alkaid like he was Shino, but... It's one of those things as far as, what am I trying to say here? As far as the character aspect of this goes, with how these two just behaved versus how they were approximately, how many hours of gameplay ago would you say? 10, 15 hours of gameplay ago, when she first got her backside handed to her by him, in the Demon Palace tournament. Like, they made such a huge shift so quickly that, I don't know, it's... In my opinion, it's unrealistic. But that's because they didn't put enough of... Why am I losing hair? Or eyelashes or whatever? Anyway, because there's not a lot of, breaking the days in the, how am I trying to say this? There's not enough ways of breaking up the real world days in the game. It seems like it's too fast of a transition for me. And that, in my opinion, I mean, it is possible for people to change on a whim, because essentially as somebody who has the conditions I've talked about earlier, yeah, I can kind of shift my whatever, but overall, like, it takes a while for me to change my behavior towards someone, if it ever changes at all, depending on what's going on, but yeah. Anyway, Adley wants to go adventuring. It's almost time for the tournament finals. Today, Lord Kaede praised me for remembering some useful information I read in his strategy guide. She even gave me some area words. I can't wait to try them out. So why don't we go to Theta Imperial Times Memoir in order to level up in preparation for the tournament finals. You won't find me to be the same old Adley today. I'll back you up like you've never seen before, so please feel free to fight to your heart's content. Adley. P.S. I sent Alkaid an email too, but I haven't heard back from her yet. I was hoping we could go leveling up with all three of us. Do you have any idea what could be wrong, Haseo? Ugh. I should go make a coffee. I've had... How many have I had? 2. Yes, and she's right there. So, alright. And see, this is apparently what the Lost Ones you know, their friends list, whatever. This is what happens. They are shown as online, but no matter what you do, they won't respond to you. And of course, if you select it, yeah. So I will grab Adderley. I'll go. I'll definitely go. I'll be right there. Don't go away. And let's take Gaspard. Actually, let's take Syllabus. Because level 69, I mean nice, but 73, that's not like it's a huge issue essentially for my characters. Gift, I know I have a better weapon for him. Okay, so that will give him. I don't think I have much better armor for him. I think I have something that just goes a bit higher than... Nope, I was wrong. And... drop spell... Oh, okay, so that's level... Okay, well, I guess I ain't gonna worry about it. In some ways, the game is broken because you don't need the gear unless it's that low of a item level. So, and there's Mecha Grunty in the background. Anyway. Okay, I want to go basically to this area where Mecha Grunty is and then work my way down. Here I can use my bike. What are you doing in the middle of the pathway, weirdo? Elizabeth. Quit stealing my money. Ah, good grief. Must be hand lotion in my eye, I'm guessing. These things are actually weak against my twin blades. Or weak to my twin blades, I guess I should say. But I didn't think of that when I was smashing my button. Weapon critical. And I hate to say, you know, I'm sure you guys maybe realize it and don't have anything really to say about it, but since I'm not worrying about building up this game, I have a game built up to carry over. I'm not going to be super worried about, you know, doing everything perfectly. The one thing I will say, I had to figure out how I was phrasing that, is that I'm not necessarily thrilled with armored enemies because I'll you know, awaken them. Watch, because that's what that Carriabeth is considered an armored enemy, and that. But I will, I'll pop this right at the very start, and we'll see if this happens here. See, I can eliminate that one, but because it's armored, I can't eliminate it in one shot. And that does happen in every expansion, like after this, the Divine Awakening becomes a thing, essentially. And even when I get a stronger version of the Divine Awakening, it happens. And so it's one of those things, it's not a big deal. It is just a little bit maddening. Because it's kind of like, come on. And even, I think even these things I can't kill in one hit if they're flying. I can't remember though for some reason. So. But anyway, back to what I want to say talking about, but I don't remember if I actually talked about it earlier when I was talking about streaming and stuff. I would like to see about doing a night stream, well, late day stream for me, and play Dead by Daylight for you guys. Because even though I don't often play as a survivor, I play as the killer usually. I am really not super good at it. I do have my moments where I will dominate a good portion of the game, but that's, few and far between essentially. And so, but I have fun with it, with exceptions sometimes. Especially when I have a really good game and then I do really poorly, I get irritated. But that's just, I know that's how it goes. And so it's not like I throw stuff or anything else, but I do get agitated. I don't know what else I can say. It's one of those situations I don't necessarily want to say I'm a sore loser, but I can be a problematic person when I lose, and it's not all the time. It's not even in every game. When I used to play Canasta, back when Yahoo used to have Canasta as a game, was it Yahoo? Maybe Pogo. I can't remember, because I haven't used that. The Yahoo stuff is a bygone or long gone memory, and I haven't been on Pogo in forever. But anyway, when I used to play Canasta and certain card games against other players, I would get irritated if I was on a seemingly long losing streak. Yes, like if I was losing 30 games in a row, I would not be happy with myself. But at the same time, if I lost, it's a card game. It's a game of chance. So when I tend to really get whatever, it's more often, I personally think, usually with games of skill, because I feel like my skills are lacking. But at the same time, Dead by Daylight, for those of you who don't know, you do have to level the killers, and you have to level the survivors. And so a lot of times when I lose as a killer, it's usually because I'm playing a new killer, just to change things up. And so I always have to try to chalk it up to that, well, my killer's low level. Personally, I feel my best player in that game, or my best character, killer, whatever, in that game, is the Wraith. But like last night when I was playing, I lost a couple games after dominating one game really, really well. Like I sacrificed 2 people by hooking them enough times, but I lost because I'd swapped over to playing, I want to say it's called the Hillbilly. I want to say it's called the Hillbilly, but I can't remember right now. But anyway, I never played him before. It was brand new killer for me. So, like, he was low level, like single digit level. The other 2 that I've played, the Trapper and the Wraith, are both double digits. Like, not high double digits either. Well, no, I take that back. The Wraith is high double digits. But the other ones I've played are all in the double digits. So, like, yeah. But still, and then you have people who are playing Survivor. They're amazing players. They're really good at it. So, just have to accept sometimes that you do get groups that are really, really good. So. That groaning gets to be annoying some days. splat. Right in half. Anyway. Are you out of SP? No, you're not out of SP, so why are you not spellcasting at Tole? Alrighty. So... it's down there, so now we go up to the top. Itchy. And I will probably go and grab a coffee here pretty soon, as I'm feeling a little dry. I mean, I could go and grab a glass of water. I could go and grab a bottle of water. But it's, early enough in the day, I want my coffee. I'm kidding. So that will be a good way to start the next battle, depending on what I'm fighting. And that should open it. Fragments are starting to shine. Symbol fragments joined together. One judge's symbol. And for those of you who do know me, by the way, I've been looking into my insurance stuff, and I should be in good shape here by a little bit later this week. And now that I'm thinking about it, I do need... No, I was going to say I need to cancel my massage therapy appointment tomorrow, but I think I'm going to go ahead and keep it, and maybe ask to borrow the money for my copay. But actually, I don't know. I'll have to check my finances, because I know I can do it. Because it's for my upper back. My upper back is buggered. From the way I sit, the way I do a lot of stuff, and then that 6 months working in the bakery, lifting, 20, 50, no, they weren't 20 pounds, they were 20 kilograms, so like 50-pound boxes, multiple times a day, throwing them around and everything else. Just, it buggered me up. And, it's one of those situations that, I don't know. And of course, when I was doing that with the boxes of, engine oil, that didn't help either, I'm certain. So, but I kind of need it because my back is just bugging me. My upper back especially. My lower back, it bugs me, but there's nothing can be done about that. That's, that's arthritis, that's disc compression, that's a whole bunch of crap that my doctor doesn't seem interested in really treating. So... Just say it. What? Oh. How did I forget that this was in here? Like, this was part of this dungeon. You can tell you get near the end of the story for the disc. Well, when they used to be discs. When you're doing lots of the, super cool battles. I believe this is the last time we see the Anna version of AIDA. I believe. I'm not sure. Because AIDA is, I'm sure if you haven't figured it out already, AIDA is actually getting stronger. So this is its weakest form. And you know, in the entire game or whatever you want to call it. So, like, it is getting stronger. And you'll see that here, depending on how far I get, you actually see that at the end of the next match for the Sage Palace Crown. Didn't even know she was an epitaph user. Yada can suck it. Front belly. I just hit it. Data C Day. Simplehood. Excuse me. Version 2.98. Ovon, I will become your goal. If you wish to know what happened to Entrance, come to Indiglut. You cannot get there from a Chaos Gate. Remember how you visited it before? Yeah, the one where you yelled at her because of her face. Bow. You actually find out something quite interesting about the twins later in the game. And I know, like, there was a certain point where playing in this section of the game, I realized how far I originally got. So... But anyway, when I heard about the twins and I get a little more in depth into the story about them, I was quite shocked actually. So. Oh, that's because okay, never mind. Should I take somebody with, like, should I take a party with me? Maybe. Do I need one? Probably not. Oh. Let's see. And in case you're wondering, they're level 3 monsters. Don't want to fight with them. I'm ready to fight. I know it's coming. I know what's a coming, kid. As the British used to say, don't teach your grandma how to suck eggs. I don't know what that means. It's an expression older than I am. I know that, but don't teach or don't tell your grandmother how to suck eggs. I have no idea what that means. So. She's a bit of a cow. Anyway. I got an idle game going on my phone, so yeah. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me. So, as we just found out, Sakubo is the epithet user for Gore. And trust me, this is going to be a fun fight. I don't want Master Enya, Looney Tune. So as you can see, because there's the two of them, it changes the thing. Crap, how do I do this part? I obviously don't remember how to clear that part of it. Oh well. Wait until you see their data drain. You shut up, rude. But anyway, wait until you see their data drain. The data drain should be coming up here pretty soon because this is about the level they start. Yep, there it is. No, my nose is itchy. I hate that this is such a big arena for such a small battle. Holy crap, I interrupted it. Oh my god, quit it! Oh, I died. Oh, ow, ow. No, not my other idle game here. That's Bo. Should have been the first sentence something was something was funny. But anyway. Phase 5 Epitaph. Data CJ. Acquired area word Delta Hidden Forbidden Deadwood. Whoop. Point unread mail. Pi. AIDA area investigation. Beta growing evenings mine trap. There's an area where AIDA signals are picked up. We will investigate this area together. I heard about Arcade. I have something I need to tell you. It concerns Arcade as well. I'll tell you more in the area. Don't forget to invite me to your party. I'll leave a third party member up to you. Something involving Arcade? For now, I'll invite Pi and go to investigate AIDA. The place is Theta, growing evenings mind trip. And when I get to Daldoa, I believe it's called Doldana, basically when I change server towns here, I'm going to take a break, and we are. Anyway, I'll be putting you guys to intermission for a bit so that I can go make myself a coffee and check on my husband, of course. And that's so I will be back in about 5 minutes-ish. So, hopefully it won't take that long, but I don't know if there's, it's one of those situations, I don't know if there's water in the thing, the Keurig, and all the other good stuff. So anyway, I will return. Ow. Okay, I need to make sure I take my one ear piercing out and clean it all up real good because it's sore. Probably from all the sweating from having my headset on for like I have. Alrighty, I'm back. And yes, I realized that when I was saying something to someone here that I hadn't left my mic on. So anyway, so we're back now, and we are going to go with Pi. And let's figure out who else. Adelie's busy, so that kind of leaves us pondering for who we can take with us, but I think the level, we should be able to handle it ourselves. Yeah, we'll just do it, just her and I. Pretty sure she's got items, and I know I have the healing items, so I can be healer if they need it. AIDA signals have been confirmed south of your current position. Please head there immediately. Okay, so south of have been AIDA signals have been confirmed east of your current position. Head there immediately. Be careful, I say. In case I was wrong about that last one, but this is the last. I do know that for sure this is the last chapter of the game, essentially, that we see this particular incarnation of AIDA. Data CDF. Ah! Oh, these are weak against my twin blades. I should check her weapon. She should be doing a bit more damage than that, I would think. No, no, not with that. And I don't think I have any whip. Oh, I do. Okay. Alright, there we go. Pretty much. Okay. That was freaking whatever you want to call it there. Gets that stupid grin and then blows itself up. I do have magic, I think. So, yeah. Don't tell me. Oh, there we go. I better save it as soon as I'm done here. Because I just realized it's been a bit since I saved. Okay, so that one takes... No, the center one takes me up there. Okay. And now we will get rid of them. Or can I not? Oh, I don't have 3 people. I can't use my... I can't use my awakenings because I don't have 3 people with me. Or I don't have a party of 3. Well, rip. I completely forgot that part. I have to make sure I always bring 3 people from now on. Actually, I wonder if I can... Divine Awakening has been added to your list to use Divine. You must have 3 members in your party. Change Awakening mode, that will help. Because I know not only can I use this with 2, I can also use it a lot earlier because it's... Oh, this is not the one I wanted. I wanted Beast, but that's fine. One more time. Beast Awakening. There we go. So it's using light. So I'm going to use any sort. Immune because it's fine. Wrong button. One, oh, Moomin. Should get rid of both of them. Yeah. And there's my judge's symbol. And now we can go and get into the Beast Temple. So, depending on what happens, if the final, or if the final fight before the title match is after this, we'll do that, and then that'll probably be it for the day. And that, because, you know, I would say I have things to do, because I do have things to do, but whether or not I'll get them done, sadly, is a whole different, different story. Alright, Pie, spill your guts. They are in a way. Oh. It's not possible, it is. I have faith in him. I have one new email. An important unread email in the station. CC Corp. Tournament Finals. Dear Haseo, thank you for your regular patronage of the world. Your final tournament fight has been decided. Area of tournament, Holy Palace. Final, Team Haseo, Leader Haseo, versus only one target 2, Leader Bordeaux. We request that those participating in the tournament register for their fights at the arena counter. Oh, save it. Just realized I hadn't saved it. Just in case, because every once in a while, I know what happened the one day during the Final Fantasy stream. Oh yeah, it was over an hour since I last saved it. My game pretty well crashed. And that, because I never figured out what the problem was either, but remember, I had that trouble getting through the snow cave on stream, so... Nope. Yeah. I don't know why that was... I guess because they can't italicize words, maybe? thought Pi maybe... Okay, I'm wrong. I thought Pi stepped down so that way Adelaide could do the fight. That was my bad. Might as well get right into it. Yeah. Entrance, Sakubo. You clown hole. Oh. I'm on par? Well, maybe I'll have to do some leveling off stream, because for some reason I didn't think that Bordeaux and Sirius were beyond level, so... Oh, I forgot about the Hangeki. Yeah, as soon as I think we're done with this, as soon as I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna have to clean this piercing. Not what I wanted to do, but for some reason it wouldn't let me target Bordeaux. we go. One clown hole. Oh, and I can't use items here, so I can't do that to recover my. No, that's the end of it. He knows how to make an entrance. Meanwhile, you wonder where Pi is with all this, because she's an Avatar user too, and that's why we took her. Gross and creepy. I believe this one's called, yeah, Oswald. These are now the, Oswald will be the default AIDA from here on out. There'll be other ones, yes, of course, but, you know, as far as common AIDA that's not super story related in some way, shape, or form, AIDA's the new, or Oswald's the new Anna. Come on. I hate this. I really hate this one. Or not this one. I hate this battlefield, I should say. I have no depth perception as it stands. And... yeah. First time I ever got hit by that and wasn't paying attention. What is wrong with... I would say what's wrong with me today, but I have no idea. It's got to be something. Okay, this has been by far my least effective Avatar fight. With the exception of fighting some of the later monsters that were the bosses. Like, boss, not this thing. Yeah, I won. Uh-oh. Nala. You will pay for this, Sakai. I'm sorry. I just can't get over him sometimes. You got Entrance's member address. And yes, if you're wondering, that does mean something else will happen here shortly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bo's not the issue, it's Saku. You're a lot of help pie. Acquired 500 WP for winning. Acquired reward for winning. Rough Iron. Acquired genome data. AIDA 21. Acquired data seed. Data CW. And with that, my dear people, that will be the end of the show. I thank you guys so much for, keeping me company today, as always. I hope you enjoyed yourselves today. I know I did. It's always, there's always some level of fun in dragging people along for my shenanigans. That being said, there's... I don't know. Anyhow, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have a good day. I will see you guys for sure on Friday for Final Fantasy II. And hopefully sometime during this week I will see you again for some additional streaming. As of this moment, I am still not adding any more days or any more definite times to my schedule because I, by right, should be working. But we'll see what happens and we'll go from there, of course. So, alrighty, take care. Thank you so much.